Hi, let's talk about glazing. I have a pot, I have a damp sponge. The first thing I'm gonna do is wipe off the dust on my pot. This will help prevent any defects on my glaze. Done. Now that my pot is clean, I need to choose a glaze. This one looks nice. It's got a number and a label and instructions. It also has a test tile to tell me what the glaze should look like. I'm going to put the test tile back where I found it. This way, I know where to put my jar. Next, I need to shake my jar of glaze, but first, I need to make sure the lid is on very tight. That's pretty tight. Now I'm gonna shake it. Now I'm gonna open it over the trash can because there's crumbs and I don't want them on the floor. Success. Now it's time to glaze my pot. But before I brush any glaze on, I need to find a safe barrier between my glaze and the bottom of my pot. No glaze can get on the bottom of my pot. So I'm going to use a pencil and turn my pot against the pencil to create a line. This line will let me know to stop. Now I need to choose a brush. Here's one, but this brush is kind of small. It would take a long time. So I'm gonna use this one instead. That would be better. I'm going to dip my brush into the glaze and start by holding the inside and then brushing from the top all the way around this way. Notice how the glaze flows across the pot and does not leave a lot of wispy brush marks from the bristles. That would be my first coat on the outside. Once that dries in about 3 minutes, I'm going to make another coat on the inside. It has not been 3 minutes, but let's pretend it has. There's a bare spot. I'm gonna fix that. Our goal is to have 3 even coats on this pot, and each coat needs to dry completely before you move on to the next coat. Otherwise, bad things can happen. This is terrible videography. Now that I'm done, I'm going to take my brush and wipe the excess onto the edge of the jar. That way, I'm wasting as little as possible. Next, I'm going to put the lid back on the jar. Going to make sure that it does not get cross-threaded and cause any leaks. That's good. Now, I put the jar back in its rightful place. There is still some glaze on this paintbrush, and I don't want to waste it. So we have the everything vase. I use the everything vase to wipe any excess. Once we're done with the everything vase, it will be beautiful. Next, we use this jar to rinse our brush as best we can. But that's still not clean yet. Now we have to use the sink. If you squeeze the bristles and no color comes out, the brush is clean. Everything goes back in its place. Now you're done. Get to work.